A woman walked into a room quietly the other week. No bold print, no heels, nothing you'd call loud, and every head turned. And here's the thing that stayed with me. It wasn't the clothes. It genuinely wasn't. It was two colors sitting together perfectly, warming her whole face from across the room. Have you ever put something on that should have looked lovely, and instead you caught yourself in the mirror looking a little washed out, a little tired, maybe even a little invisible? I've done it more times than I'd like to admit, and I want you to hear this from me plainly. It is not you, it's almost never you. It's one small thing that nobody ever bothers to explain, and it's the way two colors sit next to each other on your body. Because after 60, our coloring shifts, the gray comes softly in, the skin softens, the sharp contrast we had at 40 quietly drops, and the color pairings that used to flatter us can start working against us without our permission. Nobody hands you a memo about that. So I'm Ruth, and I'm going to be honest with you the way a good friend across the kitchen table would be. Today it's 7 color combinations that quietly make a woman our age look expensive, look rested, and yes, turn a few heads. And stay with me right to the end, because there's one pairing almost every one of us reaches for out of habit, thinking it's elegant, and it's the very thing draining the color from our faces. I'll tell you the kinder swap. Let's find what makes you feel seen again, one small change at a time. Now, before we start, let me say the thing I always say, because I mean it. I am not a color expert. I don't honestly think anybody really is. We're all just trying to get dressed in the morning and feel like ourselves. So these are suggestions. They are not rules. Nobody's handing out fines. And I want to promise you something up front because it matters more than any single color I'm about to name. Every one of these works on every size and every budget. I mean that. Color is the great equalizer. It doesn't cost more. It doesn't care what number is on your tag. And it does not care whether you're a size 10 or a size 22. What actually matters is 2 quiet things. Your contrast level, which is just how much difference there is between your hair, your skin, and your eyes. And your undertone, which is whether your skin leans warm, a little golden and peachy, or cool, a little pink and rosy. That's it. That's the whole secret the expensive-looking women already know. It was never about spending. It was about which 2 colors they let touch near the face. Let me show you what I mean with a little story, because I think about her often. Years ago, I knew a woman I'll call Sylvia, and I remember standing next to her at a luncheon, the 2 of us in almost the identical outfit. Same simple trousers, same soft knit, and I happened to know we'd both spent about the same modest little sum on the lot of it. But Sylvia looked like she'd stepped out of somewhere expensive, and I looked like I'd stepped off a long bus. Same budget, same shapes. The only difference in the whole world was the colors she'd put together and the ones I had. That was the day the penny dropped for me. So let me hand you what took me years to notice. Here we go. The first combination is camel and cream. Oh, this one. If you take nothing else from me today, take this pairing. Camel is that soft, warm, milky tan. Think of a good caramel or wet sand in the afternoon sun. And cream is an off-white with a little warmth in it, never a stark, bright white. When you put those 2 together, you get what people call tonal dressing. 2 colors from the same warm family, sitting quietly, side by side. And the reason it reads so expensive is that there's no jarring line anywhere for the eye to trip over. It's all one gentle, flowing story from your shoulders down. There's a real reason it flatters us, too. Warm neutrals like camel and cream throw a soft, flattering light up onto the face. They act almost like a candle held under your chin, warming your skin instead of draining it. Now, who does this actually suit? Here's my honest note. If your skin leans warm and golden, this is your jackpot, plain and simple. If your skin leans cool and pink, you can still absolutely wear it. Just keep the cream up near your face and let the camel live lower down, on the trousers or a longer coat, so the warmth glows on your body and not right under your chin. And I won't pretend camel is effortless on absolutely everyone, at absolutely every moment. A very pale, very cool complexion can get a touch lost in it. If that's you, we've got 5 more coming that will suit you beautifully, so don't you go anywhere. To wear it like this: a cream knit up top, camel trousers, and if you have a long camel coat, my goodness, throw it over the whole thing and you will look like money walking down the street. Truly, on any body, any size, that's the magic of it. The second combination is navy and soft ivory. Now, a lot of us reach for black and white when we want to look pulled together and crisp. I understand the instinct completely, but I'm going to gently offer you something kinder. Swap the black for navy and swap the stark white for a soft ivory. Navy gives you every bit of that crisp, tailored, I have my life together feeling, but it's a shade gentler on a face that's softened a little. Here's the why. True black is the harshest thing you can hold up to an aging face. It's so deep and so absolute that it makes every shadow and every line underneath it look a little deeper by contrast. Navy is nearly as rich, nearly as slimming to the eye, but it has just enough softness in it to stop being severe. And ivory, instead of bright white, does the same gentle favor. A bright blue-white can make our teeth and our skin look a touch dull, where a warm ivory lifts us. Who does this suit? This one is a gift for cool undertones, and it is absolutely glorious with silver and gray hair. Navy makes gorgeous, gleaming silver hair look completely intentional, like you planned every strand. To wear it like this, a navy top or blazer with an ivory blouse peeking out at the collar, or navy trousers with a soft ivory knit. It's the look of quiet, old money confidence, and it costs whatever your version of it costs. Queen Elizabeth understood this kind of thinking better than almost anyone, though she took it in her own bright direction. She deliberately wore strong, clear color blocks so she could actually be seen and picked out in an enormous crowd. Different aim than ours, but the same underlying truth. The color was doing the work, not the price tag. The third combination is charcoal gray and dusty rose. And this one is tender, so let me slow down. Charcoal is a deep, soft, smoky gray, not black, not pale, that lovely middle gray of a rain cloud. And dusty rose is a muted, gentle pink with the sweetness taken out of it. Think of a faded rose petal, not a birthday balloon. When you put a soft pink up against a deep gray, something quietly beautiful happens. The charcoal grounds the whole thing and keeps it grown up and serious. It stops the pink from ever reading girlish. And the rose does the loveliest job of warming a complexion that's cooled and softened with the years, laying the faintest flattering blush across the face. This pairing, to my eye, is one of the single most flattering things a woman with gray or silver hair can wear. The charcoal ties hand in hand with your hair, and the rose lifts your skin, and the two of them together make you look expensive and rested all at once. Who does it suit? Honestly, nearly everyone, and I mean that across every size. The trick is just where the pink lands. If you love a soft pink near your face, wear the rose up top. If you'd rather it sit lower, wear the charcoal up near your chin and let the rose be your trousers or your skirt. Either way it sings. To wear it like this: a dusty rose knit with charcoal trousers, or flip it, charcoal on top with a soft rose below, add a little silver at the ears and you are done. The fourth combination is deep olive and warm gold, or olive and ivory. Now this one surprises people, and I love watching it surprise them. Deep olive is that gorgeous muted green, the color of a green olive or old sage, a green with brown folded into it, never a bright grassy green. And you pair it with a warm, buttery gold, or a rich warm ivory. Together they look earthy and quietly rich. They look, to be plain about it, costly. There's a reason. Olive and gold both live in the warm, earthy corner of the color world, so they harmonize instead of fighting. And that harmony is exactly what our eye reads as tasteful and expensive. Bright, clashing color says loud. Rich, harmonizing color says money. Who does this suit? If your skin has any warmth or any olive in it at all, this combination will make you glow like you've just come back from somewhere sunny. And here's a real note I owe you. If your undertone is very cool and pink, deep olive can be a slightly trickier friend. It can pull the warmth away. If that's you, lean on the gold or the ivory up near your face and keep the olive down low, or simply let this be someone else's pairing. There's absolutely no shame in a color not being yours. That's the honest truth of it. Color isn't about willpower, it's about what reflects kindly on you. To wear it like this, an olive knit or blouse with warm gold jewelry and an ivory scarf, or olive trousers with a soft ivory top, it looks like you have wonderful taste, and it doesn't tell a soul what you spent. Now let me stop for a moment and say the thing I most want you to hear today, because we're right in the thick of it. Not one word of this has anything to do with your shape, or your size, or the cost of a single thing in your closet. I've watched a woman in a modest little top from an ordinary shop look like $1 million because the two colors were right. And I've watched an expensive silk blouse fall completely flat because the color underneath it fought with her skin. It is the contrast and the undertone doing the work every single time, not the shape of you, and not the price of it. So please, wherever you're sitting, don't count yourself out of any of this. This is for you exactly as you are. The fifth combination is chocolate brown and powder blue. And this is the unexpected one. The one that makes people quietly ask you where you got your eye. Chocolate brown is a deep, warm, rich brown, like good, dark coffee or bitter chocolate. And powder blue is a soft, pale, gentle blue, the blue of a robin's egg or a hazy morning sky. Now, most of us would instinctively put a crisp white with brown. It's fine, but swap that white for a soft powder blue and you get something so much more interesting and so much more expensive looking. Here's the why, and it's a lovely little bit of color logic. Brown and blue sit across from each other on the color wheel in the warm and cool sense, so they gently set each other off. The coolness of the powder blue makes the warm brown look even richer, and the depth of the brown makes the soft blue look even more delicate. They flatter each other, and that soft blue up near the face is so kind to us. It's cooling and calming, and it brightens the eyes, especially blue or gray eyes, without any of the harshness of a bright white. Who does this suit? Nearly everyone, warm or cool, because you've got both temperatures working together in the one outfit, which honestly makes it one of the most forgiving pairings on this whole list. To wear it like this, a powder blue blouse or knit with chocolate brown trousers, and if you've got a brown handbag or brown flats, all the better, it ties the whole thing up like a bow. The sixth combination isn't two colors at all. It's one, and I've saved it here on purpose, because it's the closest thing to a magic trick I know. It's head-to-toe monochrome, one single color, top to bottom. And before you picture something severe, let me reframe it, because this is a color strategy, not any particular garment. When you wear one color from your shoulders all the way down, say a soft dove gray, or a warm oatmeal, or a gentle camel, you create what stylists call a column of color, one long, unbroken line of a single shade. And here is why it reads so expensive and does us such a favor. There's no hard horizontal break anywhere to chop us in half, so the eye travels in one smooth, uninterrupted line from top to toe, and that long vertical line makes us look taller, longer, and more elegant, all without changing a single thing about our actual bodies. It's not slimming anything away. It's simply giving the eye one clean path to follow instead of three. The secret to doing it well is to stay in the same color but let the textures change. A knit, a smooth trouser, a soft scarf, all in that one dove gray, so it's rich and interesting rather than flat. Jackie Kennedy built half her timeless reputation on exactly this. Those famous monochrome looks, one gorgeous color head to toe, endlessly elegant and endlessly copied. Who does this suit? Every single body and every budget, which is precisely why I adore it for us. It flatters through the line, never through the size. Pick a color that loves your face. A soft gray or ivory for cool skin, a warm oatmeal or camel for warm skin, and just carry it all the way down. To wear it like this, oatmeal knit, oatmeal trousers, a slightly different oatmeal scarf, done. You will look, I promise you, like you have a personal stylist you're not telling anyone about. And that brings me to the seventh combination, which is burgundy and soft gray. Burgundy is that deep, luxurious wine red, the color of a good glass of red held up to the light, rich and grown up. And on its own, a strong jewel tone like burgundy can feel like a lot to some of us. A little bold, a little much. So here's the move. You tame it with a soft gray. The gray is the calm, quiet anchor, and the burgundy becomes the jewel it was always meant to be. One rich pop of color, beautifully settled down by a gentle neutral beside it. That's the formula for wearing any jewel tone gracefully after 60, by the way, and it's worth tucking away. Take the bold color you love and pair it with a soft neutral so it reads as elegant rather than costume. Here's the why on burgundy specifically. It's a deep, warm, cool, balanced red, which means it's genuinely luminous on a huge range of skin. It brings warmth and life and a little glow to the face on nearly all of us. Who does this suit? Truly most people, and beautifully so. It's one of the most universally kind, rich colors there is. If your skin's warm, it glows. If it's cool, that little wine depth still lifts you lovely. To wear it like this, a burgundy knit or blouse with soft gray trousers, or soft gray up top with a burgundy skirt or trouser below. Rich, warm, expensive, and utterly wearable to the grocery store or to dinner. That's my whole heart in a color. Now, stay right here with me, because I promised you at the very top there was one thing almost every one of us reaches for that quietly works against us. And this is where I have to be honest about my own self. So let me back up and tell on myself properly. I wore black head to toe for a whole decade. A whole decade. I genuinely believed it was the most elegant, most slimming, most sophisticated thing a woman could wear, and I built half my closet on it, and it was quietly washing me out the entire time. Here's the thing nobody told me. True, deep, jet black worn right up against a pale, cool complexion is one of the least kind things we can do to efface our age. When that much pure black sits directly under a softening chin, the sharp contrast drags every shadow down with it. It deepens the hollows, it grabs the tiredness in our faces and holds a magnifying glass to it, and it drains the natural color clean out of our skin. And the black and white version, that stark bright white right against the harsh black, is even sharper. It's the highest contrast that's the cause, and it's simply too severe for most of our softened coloring now. I'm not telling you to throw your black away. Please don't. Black trousers, black down low, a little distance from the face. Wonderful. Keep it. Wear it. It's black right up under the chin, that's the culprit. So here's the kinder swap, and it changes everything for so little effort. Instead of jet black at your face, reach for charcoal, gray, or navy, and put a soft cream or ivory nearest your skin. You keep every bit of that pulled together, elegant, timeless feeling you loved about black. But now the color is lifting your face instead of pulling it down. I made that one swap and I looked 10 years less tired in the mirror the very same morning. Same elegance. Kinder to the face. And Carmen de Larefis, that stunning silver-haired model, still working in her 90s, has understood this for decades. She lives in soft grays and gentle neutrals right up near that gorgeous silver hair, never harsh black at the throat, and she looks eternally luminous for it. So, there they are. 7 color combinations that quietly make us look expensive, rested, and yes, turn a head or two. And if you remember nothing else, remember the 2 little things underneath all of it. Your contrast and your undertone, not your size, not your budget, never the price. I've said it a few times today and I'll say it once more because I need you to believe it. Every single one of these lives, happily on every body, at every size, at every budget. The most expensive looking woman in the room is almost never the one who spent the most. She's the one who let 2 kind colors sit together near her face. You are not too old for any of this. You are just getting started. I had a friend I'll call Adele who found her colors at 71, and she told me it was like meeting herself again in the mirror after a long time away. That can be you, at any age you like, starting today, with nothing but what's already in your closet, rearranged a little. Before you go, do me one small kindness and tell me, What color combination always makes you feel the most like yourself? The one you reach for when you want to feel wonderful? Tell me down in the comments. I truly do read them, and I love learning which colors make you feel seen. If a little something in here helped, a like tells me to keep making these for us, and I'm grateful for everyone. Be kind to your reflection. I'll see you next time.